Political parties and candidates have been found wanting as far as their commitment to basic healthcare services are concerned in many constituencies of the country. Some candidates, despite committing of health services, lack sound roadmap to turn their assurances into reality. In the given scenario, voters still don't look very enthused even as the November 20th election is fast approaching. I'm Amar Singh Pradhan, and these are the top stories of the hour. Candidates remain indifferent to raise healthcare issues. Candidates harping on healthcare agendas have no proper roadmap to turn their assurances into reality. Parties field fresh candidates in Jumla as voters there have a trend of sidelining former people's representatives. Parsa voters emphasize on development, employment and basic healthcare. Taliban ban women from visiting all parks in Kabul. The ban on women extends to amusement parks. Women's public life Afghanistan severely curtailed. And Manchester United secured a 4-2 win over Aston Villa in the League Cup. Ten Hag wants Garnacho to make his attitude and lifestyle right despite playing an instrumental role in the victory. Election candidates have been approaching voters with commitments of development and prosperity. Even as the general public has been deprived of basic health services, a fundamental right ensured by the Constitution, political parties and candidates have remained indifferent towards the issue. At the same time, election candidates and major political parties have yet to prioritize the prevention and control of coronavirus and dengue that has claimed many lives. More than 12,000 deaths due to COVID-19 were recorded within a span of 3 years, while the threat of the virus still persists. Likewise, 55 individuals succumbed to the dengue this year alone. This trend has continued amid lack of basic health services in rural areas. Political parties, meanwhile, have remained indifferent towards prevention and control of such epidemics. The parties and candidates have been holding election assemblies without adopting preventive measures, while the Ministry of Health has warned that the threat still remains. The electoral candidates are busy in their campaigns, while the general public is still struggling to receive basic health services. The election manifestos of political parties pledge to transform the health sector in the country within the next 5 years. CPN-UML, Nepali Congress and CPN Mao Center have included quality health services and medicines at reasonable prices in the election agenda. Experts, however, are uncertain about the implementation of the commitments made during the election. Experts claim that the political parties and candidates have been making hollow promises merely to win the election. In the meantime, the general public are struggling to exercise their fundamental right to basic health services. The general public are facing scarcity of basic medicines like paracetamol, while many have lost their lives due to lack of adequate ambulance services in the country. There is a trend on behalf of parties to repeat their candidates in the parliamentary elections in Jumla. However, voters in Jumla have never shown their trust to victorious candidates in the past election. Understanding the aspirations of the local residents in Jumla, some parties have fielded new faces as well this election. Considering the changing social dynamics, voters of Jumla aspire to elect new candidates. As parliamentarians have not been repeated from Jumla, the past candidates are facing challenges. Dilip Bahadur Mahat of Nepal Workers and Peasants Party was elected in the parliamentary election of 1991. 4 years later, Bhakta Bahadur Rokaya, also of Nepal Workers and Peasants Party, was elected, while CPN-UML's Devi Lal Thapa was elected in 1999. Naresh Bhandari of CPN Mao Center won in the first Constituent Assembly election, while Lalit Jang Sai of Nepali Congress was elected in the second CA polls. In the previous parliamentary elections, Gajendra Bahadur Mahat of CPN Mao Center was elected. Despite repetition of parties, no candidate has been re-elected for the parliament from Jumla. The ruling coalition has fielded Goma Gautam Kumar of CPN Mao Center against Ratan Nath Yogi of CPN-UML and Gyanendra Sai of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party. As all the three candidates are new faces in Jumla, a new face is certain to be elected in the parliament. Analysts are of the opinion that past winners have not been re-elected from Jumla because of their failure in delivering their assurances made to the voters. Candidates have expedited their door-to-door campaignings in Parsa with several promises to win confidence of the voters. They have been repeating assurances of expanding road networks, ensuring sound health, education and drinking water services and providing irrigation facilities. However, the voters do not seem convinced with such promises or enthused for the nearing polls. Political parties and candidates for years have been making promises of introducing development projects to transform the lives of the public. However, the voters no longer trust such promises regarding creation of employment opportunities and increasing public access to education and health services, among others. The voters have alleged the candidates of serving their personal and political interest after winning the elections. From their past experiences, voters in Parsa have made up their mind to elect new candidates capable of ensuring development and prosperity. Parsa has a total of 4 electoral constituencies for the House of Representatives and 8 for the Provincial Assembly. There are a total of 345,928 voters in the district. And in our Public Voice segment, we asked in several provinces regarding the assurances made by the candidates. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public Voice.
सिंचाईको व्यवस्था गर्छौं बाटोघाटो
बेलौरी भन्सार नाकाको स्तरोन्नतिको लागि कुरा उठाइराछन्
अहिलेसम्म उम्मेदवारहरू मेरो घरमा पुगेकै छैनन् एजेन्डाको कुरो त उतै जाओस्
बुढाबुढीलाई भत्ता चाहिँ बढाउँछौं युवाहरूलाई रोजगारी दिन्छौं
सुक्खा बन्दरका लागि प्राथमिकता दिएका छन्
बुढी गण्डकीलाई कोसिस गर्छौं बनाउँछौं भनेर भोट मागिरहनु भएको छ
महाकाली करिडोर अनि त्रिदेशीय नाकाहरूको बारेमा कुरा उठाइराछन्
पुराना एजेन्डा लिएर नयाँ केही पनि छैन
स्वदेशमै चाहिँ युवाहरूलाई रोजगार प्रदान गर्ने
And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why have candidates not given priority to basic healthcare service? Our options are option A, not being able to determine priority, option B, lack of accountability, and option C, undermining basic rights. The voting is on. Type in AWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. And before we wrap up this morning news bulletin, here's a look at the top stories one more time. Candidates remain indifferent to raise healthcare issues. Candidates harping on healthcare agendas have no proper roadmap to turn their assurances into reality. Parties feel fresh candidates in Jumla as voters there have a trend of sidelining former people's representatives. Parsa voters emphasize on development, employment and basic healthcare. Taliban ban women from visiting all parks in Kabul. The ban on women extends to amusement parks. Women's public life Afghanistan severely curtailed. And Manchester United secured a 4-2 win over Aston Villa in the League Cup. Ten Hag wants Garnacho to make his attitude and lifestyle right despite playing an instrumental role in the victory. And those were our latest headlines. Stay with us for more news and entertainment. Have a good day.